3, 2. Are you ready?
This is take number 1.
Take number 1. Our best ones have been on one take.
They have been.
We gotta get. How's my hair look?
Looks good.
It's long, isn't it?
It is.
It's
really
long, dude. I know.
Hey everybody, it's been a while. Welcome back to Cheap Drinks and Real Estate. My name's Jason Kaufman with the Kaufman Home Group at Herron Real Estate.
Yeah, and I'm Adam Pearsall with Premier Home and Finance.
And on today's episode, we're going to be talking kind of market statistics, where we're at with the housing market, where we're at with
interest rates,
and what to expect coming up, because there's been a lot of changes in the market, both on there's a lot of upcoming things with the interest rates. There's a lot going on with the housing market. So we'll kind of get into all that.
Yep. Everybody knows the Fed met yesterday and wants to know what that means for interest rates. So we'll get into that too.
Yep. But obviously, first, we need to go into the drinks.
Drink of the week.
Drink of the week is Austin Cocktails Sparkling Ruby Red Cocktail.
I'm excited for this one.
I know. You bought that at Brody's on clearance for $6.98 for a 4-pack. Now, mind you, it's a 4-pack, but each one of these cans is actually 2 drinks in one. So it's 2 servings. The total can is 12.5% alcohol.
Right. 8 ounces, 12.5%.
Yeah. So
woo,
we should be drinking these over ice, but it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
In these, again, 12.5% alcohol, 104 calories, 7 carbs, 5 sugar per serving. So in one can, 208 calories, 14 carbs, 10 sugars. So not keto, that's for sure. So if you're looking for a seltzer that is low sugar, this is not it. But again, you bought these for $6.98 at Brody's, but I was actually just doing some searching on these, and ABC Fine Wine and Spirits actually has them buy one, get one right now. $12.99 for 2 4-packs, which is basically, 16 drinks for $12.99.
Right.
So $6.50 a 4-pack, that's not bad.
It's a good deal. I'm excited for it. Is that what's vodka batched with grapefruit, lime, and mint?
Yes.
Seltzer water and agave.
I like it.
I do too. Let's see what we think. All right. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Cheers.
Here we go. All right.
All right.
You guys know the rules. You got to stick around to find out what we think about the drinks.
I should also say that they come in, I think, 3 different flavors. They've got orange margarita, vodka mojito, which I think would be fantastic. I'm a big mojito fan. And then the ruby red cocktail.
Yeah.
So
options.
Options. You do have options. And they're all buy one, get one free at ABC Fine Wines. So go check them out.
Yep.
Possibly. We'll let you know.
All right, let's jump into this. Well,
first, let me ask you a question.
Because I'm anxious to talk about it.
I know you are. I know you are. But it is Friday. Oh, and by the way, I've had comments from people saying, Jason, you always do the...
You do that a lot.
I know I do, but just wanted to point that out. I just noticed it. So where you got going on this weekend?
Not much. I just got back from the Bahamas.
Yep.
I was down there for a week, so that was a good time. So I'll probably lay low this weekend and hang out.
Well, if you are in Northeast Florida, around the Nocatee area, on Sunday... This Sunday, was that July 14th?
Yep.
They have Sounds of Summer 70s music concert and vendor pop-up event, which should be a good time. I mean, 70s music is fun.
Yeah.
For a night.
You guys always have something going on here in Nocatee.
Yes, we do.
Always.
Almost every weekend. But the reason I bring that up is because my wife is actually the owner of Bare Knock Soap. She makes handmade soaps, salves, deodorant, all different types of stuff.
It's good stuff.
And she's actually going to be at the vendor event. So if, and I'll probably be there along with her. So if you find yourself in the area, want to stop by, find Bare Knock Soap, you can meet my wife and me. Stop by.
We might come out and jam with you for a little bit.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, we might stop by.
You should.
All right.
And one other thing. Sorry, it's Friday. We talked Taylor Swift. She came out with an album.
This guy loves Taylor Swift.
I do. We talked 21 Pilots. They came out with an album. Do you know who came out with a freaking album today?
I have no idea.
The long-awaited Eminem.
Eminem. I should know that.
He just dropped an album today. Not for kids.
Yeah.
not for kids.
Eminem's never made a kid album.
I used to listen to him back in the day. I had my hair blonde and stuff like that, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, something like that. But it was fun to see the new album pop up. So,
as Michigan guys, we should know when Eminem drops an album, I suppose. Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. All right, let's get right into it. And we'll start off our discussion today with interest rates, because I know some important things have been coming up as far as with mortgages and stuff like that. So I'll let you kind of lead off there.
Yeah, well, we know everybody wants to know what's going on with interest rates. When are they going to come down? Everybody's sick of the market that we're in. If anybody's thinking about buying, if anybody wants to sell, a lot of people don't want to sell because, right, rates are high. I got to trade in my low interest rate that I got during the COVID drop, and I got to buy something else, and I'm going to have this high rate, and I don't want to trade that in. Well, yesterday the Fed meeting took place, and a lot of people had their fingers crossed for potentially a rate drop yesterday. We didn't. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think the data was going to be good enough for that. But the data was favorable, which was good, and it looks like it set the wheels in motion for a rate drop to come. There's 2 more Fed meetings for the summer. It's going to be July 31st and September 18th. And a lot of the feedback, everything that's coming out of that meeting yesterday, is that a rate drop is expected to come. So that's good news, right? We've been waiting on that for a long time. So whether that happens at the end of this month or September 18th, we'll have to wait and see when they announce that. It's not going to be something insanely drastic.
No.
It could be up to like a 0.5 point, but it's relief and it's moving in the right direction. And if that happens and all the report numbers keep coming in favorable, that's just setting us up for more rate drops as we go through the rest of the year into next year, which everybody's going to be happy to hear about. And we're excited for that to come, because there's a lot of people that have bought in the last year and a half, 2 years, when rates have been a lot higher, and they're eager for those refinances.
Absolutely.
We talked in that previous episode about marry the house and date the rate.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people that are married right now and would love to divorce that interest rate and get a new one. So hopefully that's on the horizon.
So, I mean, that's good news. Hopefully that will reduce some of the stress on the market right now, because I mean, I've been talking with buyers across the board, and a lot of people are holding steady right now. They're not looking to buy yet because they're waiting for interest rates to come down.
Right.
So, I mean, that will be a huge benefit to them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm looking at stats right now for home affordability, and it is still extremely low.
Right.
I mean, I'm looking at stats all the way back to 2016, where home affordability was 171. Means housing was extremely affordable.
Right.
But then you look into today's numbers, as far as last update in June, it's down to 68.
Right. Big drop.
That's a huge drop.
Yeah.
So it's putting a pain point on buyers, on home owners in the last 2 years.
Right.
Everything's up in price, so they need some sort of relief.
Oh, we're still floating at that record low of affordability. I mean, we're still right there at that bottom, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It hasn't felt like the best time to be a buyer. There's no question about it.
Definitely not. Because you got, not only with the interest rates, but you have homeowners insurance, which has gone up. You've got cost of everything going up. So home
property taxes,
everything, especially the people that bought during the peak of everything, because once their taxes came back out, once they got reassessed on their taxes, they were in for a huge shock, where somebody that was buying the house, that originally bought the house for $400,000, they buy the house for $800,000, it basically doubles the tax amount. So
lots of shock in all of that.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give you guys some good information here. We're going to dive into some of this. Jason's going to go over a lot of good stuff with you. There's good news right now for buyers. It's hitting. We're in this funny place where rates are going to start coming down. We see that. So that's going to happen. And when he's going over the inventory here and some other things, you're going to see that actually being a buyer right now, it's about to get really attractive.
It is. And right now is actually a really good time to be a buyer, because of a lot of the information that I'm about to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about is active inventory. We went through that spell during COVID where there was like no inventory on the market, where people couldn't find a house. So then you had houses going over asking price. People were inflating the prices like crazy. And people were willing to pay it because they needed to buy a house.
Right. And the money was dirt cheap.
Exactly.
So you didn't mind paying it because you were getting a 2.75% interest rate.
Yep.
Or something like that. So
yeah, I mean, you go back to, let's detail this for you. March of 2022, was our low point, and we were at, February of 2022, we were at 2,100 active homes on the market.
Total. Northeast Florida.
Northeast Florida total.
2,000 homes total.
Yep.
We have a million. We have a million people here.
Yeah.
Plus, actually, more than that.
Yep. And then you fast forward to let's go ahead and go December of 2023. We went up to 5,500 homes on the market. So December, 7 months ago, 5,500 homes. In the last 7 months, we went from 5,500 homes active on the market to 10,090 homes on the market. We have nearly doubled what we had in December in active inventory.
Yep.
So that means the supply is coming back up.
Right.
So the two parts to buying a house and selling a house is supply and demand.
That's right.
When you have supply and you have demand, I mean, obviously if it goes even, then it stays steady.
Right.
But so we have the supply. Now let's look at the demand, meaning new pending listings. Sorry, it takes me a minute to pull up these numbers. So if we go back, well, right now, new pending listings in June, 1,790.
Right.
That is down from even, let's call it last month. Last month, it's down 29%. From a year ago, it's down 24%.
Yeah.
So demand is going down.
Right.
So what does that mean for buyers? You have more supply, less demand. That means a price change is going to come.
That's right.
Prices are coming down. So if we look at the actual pricing of homes, so let's look at the current list prices of homes. Give me a second. Sorry for the delay. Our original list price. So just last month, we were at $395,000 as an average list price. In 1 month, it's come down to $385,000.
Yep. 10 grand in a month.
10 grand in a month. And the problem is that a lot of these numbers are not going to be completely reflective yet, because most of the impact that we're having
right
is these last few months. So now July, when we come out with those numbers in August, we could be looking at a more substantial drop than this.
On both sides.
On both sides.
On both sides.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're talking right now, yes, interest rates are still not the greatest, but it gives you a opportunity to go in and negotiate. If you're a buyer, you can go in and you can negotiate
right
on that pricing, because people know that there's plenty of supply out there.
Yep.
Not as much demand. So if they really want to sell their house, they're going to have to make some adjustments there.
Yeah. And so let's talk more about that, because there's another side to this, right? So what we're giving you, it almost sounds like bad news, but it's not.
No. Right?
This is good news if you're a buyer. If you're an existing homeowner, you're thinking, oh, well, prices are going to start coming down. I'm going to lose some of my equity. It's going to drop. There might be some of that. There may be a little bit of that.
Yep.
But it does turn this into a buyer's market. Well, when we were to tie this in with interest rates, if interest rates drop 0.5%, that's it. The rate drops 0.5%. We introduce about 3 million new eligible buyers into the marketplace.
Yep.
Where all of a sudden their affordability came up because the rates dropped, and they're now able to buy where they wanted to buy previously and were not able to. If they drop a whole point, we bring in about 5 million
yep.
new buyers. Well, what happens when all of that saturates in, when this comes down? Well, that demand
is going to go way back up.
going to go way back up.
So then,
and here comes the demand, and then the prices go back up. So you almost can't have it both ways. You would have to catch it on a perfect storm to have it both ways. So that's why we're trying to say, I think, that it's a good time.
It's a great time to buy.
Because you can always refinance out of whatever rate you get today. If the rates do come down, whether it's 2 months from now, or you want to wait for the second one that comes in the winter meetings or whatever, you'll be able to take advantage of those rates. But once the demand comes up, you can't take advantage of there being more people in the marketplace trying to buy a house. That's not to your favor.
Because then you're going to suddenly be going head to head with buyers that actually, that multiple people want that house. So then we're back to 3 years ago.
Right. People come in, we see that prices have come down. That piques their interest. Money just got cheaper. People are making offers. We run into small bidding wars again, maybe, where somebody's saying, okay, well, I don't mind paying an extra 10 grand over to buy that house, or 20 grand over to buy that house. We've seen this. It's going to happen.
Yep.
You know, so it is a good time to buy.
It is.
It really is.
So, I mean, for sellers, yes, it might not look optimistic right now, but interest rates come down and those pop right back.
That's right.
So you're going to see the prices jump back in.
Yep.
But right now it's just opening up an opportunity for buyers. So in all honesty, there's no bad news about any of this.
There's not.
There's not.
And kind of what we're seeing is that what they were trying to do by raising these interest rates to slow the economy is working.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
It is. I mean, because it's putting a stop. We can see with the numbers, it's put a stop. Money's been expensive. That's what they want to stop, to try and fight inflation or whatever. And the inflation numbers were a little better yesterday, which is fine. But this has worked, and this is going to balance everything out. And we come to that more normal market where we're going to get, hopefully we get to where the demand and the supply is on a more level playing field. And we can see when the rates drop with this inventory going up, everything, it's going to come back real quick. And I bet we're going to get there pretty darn fast.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, so, absolutely. So for all you buyers out there that have been on the fence, get off the fence.
Yeah.
Now is the time. For all you sellers that have been worried about selling, get ready, because when those interest rates come down, it might be opportunity.
Well, clearly people are selling.
Yeah, people are selling.
We're seeing that.
Well, they're listing.
They're listing, right? They're trying to sell.
They're trying to
sell.
Know?
But it is a good time. We want to look at it from the buyer standpoint in this video. That's the point of this. And look, there's a chance here to make some offers that'll be attractive to you. That doesn't mean you're not, with that many homes on the market, you're not making a full price offer on very many homes.
No.
I should say. I won't say all of them, right? If you want an oceanfront home on the beach, maybe.
But,
you know.
But even those, I mean, I looked yesterday at the daily statistics, okay? I'm sorry, it was a 2-day stat. It was a 2-day stat list. Of all the houses, again, we have 10,000, 11,000 homes on the market right now as we talk. In the last 2 days, 688 of those had price drops.
They did, yeah.
So you're talking like probably 8% of the active inventory had price drops.
Right.
That's a huge
over 2 days.
Over 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's a good time to be buying.
It's a good time to be buying.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. So good time to be a buyer. Coming up on hopefully some interest rate drops, which will be good. Will be still a good time to sell. Will be a good time to sell coming up. Hold on to your hats, because we might see some craziness go on in the next 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of good information that we're bringing you guys. Yeah. We're going to update these numbers because it's really interesting. You guys, I think they're going to see these graphs on the video, right?
I'll throw them up.
All right. So when you guys see that, you're going to see the sharp increases in these numbers and the decreases in these numbers. It's pretty eye popping when you look at it. When we're going all the way back to 2016, and you're seeing these spikes and drops, it's like, wow, something's happening.
Yeah.
You know, and we can see
that.
And
we were talking about it on the phone earlier, and you didn't quite get it until you actually saw the graph. Right.
I got to admit, when I saw it on the graph, I mean, I got the numbers, but looking on the graph, it was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's kid-friendly show. Sorry. But it's eye-popping. Yeah, it really is. And it's like, man, this is cool. It's a good time, and I'd love to buy some more houses. Yeah. I know that. So I'll be looking. But
stay tuned for more market updates as we go along here, and some more information that will be coming up. And I promise we'll get more regular with these videos. The last month has been...
It's summer. We've been traveling and stuff. Yeah.
And we did actually film a kids version, but the audio got messed up, so we're going to redo that one.
Yeah. We need to train the kids a little bit better, too.
Yeah. I'm glad the audio got messed up on that.
It was a fun video to shoot. We're glad we couldn't bring it to you guys, though. We're going to do that eventually. Our kids are dying to be on these videos, so we're going to sneak them in sometime.
So, onto the drinks.
Yeah. I think you guys know I've been drinking it. I got about this much left, and that 12.5% is going to kick in at any point.
We probably should have put these over ice and split a can because it's really good.
It is.
But, yeah, so it's a strong buy. I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you can pick up 2 4-packs for $12.99, which equals 16 drinks, less than $1 a drink.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to swing by and pick some up on the way home.
I am going to head out.
I really am. I want to try the other flavors.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
So, strong buy on the drinks.
Absolutely.
Stop into ABC Fine Wines and Spirits. They have them buy one, get one. I don't know if Brody's does.
I'll swing by Brody's on the way home, take a look, and I'll let you know. And if it's buy one in there, we'll throw it in the video and let you know, too, if it's buy one, get one there.
Yep. So we'll throw it in at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, Jason Kaufman with the Kaufman Home Group at Herron Real Estate.
Yep. Adam Pearsall with Premier Home and Finance.
If you need to get in contact with us, our contact information is in the description below.
Yep.
Any questions, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. But we'll bring some more information to you really quick.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.